Hello everyone and welcome back to STW Sports, and today I'm going to predict every single Premier League club's player of the season in the 2020-2021 Premier League season. Difficult one, of course. Big risk to be taken. I'm trying to try and keep this as less obvious as what I can. But yeah, I'm going to give it a go. All 20 Premier Leagues, I'm going to say who I think their best player will be next season. Arsenal, Bukayo Saka. Yeah, Bukayo Saka, 18 years of age. This lad is only going to get better. Saka had a brilliant breakthrough season for Arsenal last season, providing, I think it was 12 assists, in all competitions overall. Saka played very, very well. For me, Saka's Arsenal's most promising youngster for a very long time. I really believe Saka could go on to be brilliant. We have seen it all before at Arsenal, though, and youngsters haven't quite lived up to that expectation. But I have good faith in Saka, though. I really think he'll go on to be a good player. I'm going to say next season he's going to outshine Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and be Arsenal's player of the season. I think he's going to do even better. I really think this could be the season of Saka where we proper start to see him, even as a teenager, as a very good established Arsenal first teamer. Aston Villa, John McGinn. Yeah, it's kind of debatable right now whether Jack Grealish will be at the club next season, but I think next season's the season for John McGinn. I do like John McGinn. He was very unfortunate with that injury last season, of course, which kept him out of action for a little while. But McGinn is talented. He started last season really well. Unfortunately got the injury which kept him out. And he never quite returned the same player after lockdown. He was getting there, but he didn't quite hit the heights that he did before that. I think next season we could see a very good season from McGinn. There's certainly a player in there. So yeah, I'm going to say McGinn's going to have a good season next season. Yeah, and I'm going to say he's going to be Aston Villa's player of the year. Bold prediction, and I think this will earn McGinn a big move next summer. Bold prediction, but I think this could happen. Brighton Hove Albion, Wavez Bissouma. I really like Wavez Bissouma, to be honest with you. I think he's quite an underrated holding midfielder. Works very hard for the team. He's only young. He's still 23, 24. So I think Bissouma's can have a good season ahead. And I think Brighton could have a pretty good season next season, and Bissouma could be a big part of that. I do like Bissouma, to be honest with you. I think he's got something about him in that midfield, and I think he'll do enough next season to be Brighton's player of the year. He suits Brighton's style of play as well in Graham Potter. Very good holding midfielder, full of energy. And Brighton could have a good midfield next season, actually, to be honest with you. I'm liking the look of their possible midfield. So I'm going to say Bissouma's going to outshine everyone and be their player of the season. Bold claim, but yeah, I'm going to go with Bissouma. Burnley, Nick Pope. Yeah, rather predictable, but I'm going to say Nick Pope's going to have a very good season in goal next season for Burnley, even better than the season he's just had. And then he's going to go to England at Euro 2021. I want Pope to go because I think Nick Pope is a very good goalkeeper. I think he's done brilliantly last season. Pope, for me, deserves an England call-up right now. If you predict who I think should be England's number one, I'd say Nick Pope deserves it more than Dean Henderson and Jordan Pickford. So yeah, next season, I'm going to say Nick Pope is going to win Burnley's player of the year, have a very good season in goal. Burnley will finish comfortably mid-table again, probably. And Nick Pope will go to the Euro. That's what I think will happen. I think Pope's going to do even better. Very good goalkeeper. Yeah, Burnley's player of the season is hard because all their players are relatively consistent. But overall, I'm going to say Pope will edge it overall. Chelsea, Mason Mount. Yeah, this one really is brave. Very brave. I was going to pick Christian Pulisic, but he's out for the start of the season. So I don't know how long he's going to be out for. So I don't really want to predict anything there. Other than if Christian Pulisic doesn't play as many games though due to his injury, I'm going to go with Mason Mount. Bold because Mason Mount might not even start next season at this rate, but I think Lampard should continue to start Mason Mount. He had a very good season at Chelsea last season, really impressed. Yeah, I'm going to say Mason Mount will win Chelsea Player of the Year. He'll continue to get better and better and he'll grow as a player. I think if he plays week in, week out, Mount, he's only going to get better. So yeah, I'm going to make a bold claim. Mason Mount, Chelsea's Player of the Year. Yeah, risky one, but yeah, I'm going to make a bold claim. I might look back on that at the end of the season with regret, but I'm going to make a bold claim for now. Crystal Palace, Eberechi Eze. Yeah, this is also brave because this guy's only just signed for Palace from QPR. The reason I'm going with this guy is because it's hard to pick a Palace player this season who's not Wilfried Zaha. Wilfried Zaha really underperformed last season. Whether Zaha still wants to be at Palace, it's pretty obvious that he doesn't. Yeah, I'm going to say Eze, though. I think he looked very good at QPR last season. By far and away QPR's best player. He deserved his move to the Premier League. I'm going to say he's going to be Palace's player of the year. I think he'll have a very good season. Something about him that I really like. So yeah, I'm going to boldly predict he'll win their player of the year. New signing and everything. He's got that, the new signing feel about him as well. So yeah, I'm going to go with him. Bold, but yeah, let's see how that pays off at the end of the season. Everton, Yerry Mina. I mean, Yerry Mina has not lived up to expectation in an Everton shirt. He's been bitterly disappointing in my opinion. Next season, I think we could see the year of Yerry Mina where he finally proves himself in an Everton shirt. I could have gone obvious and gone with someone like Richarlison, but I think Yerry Mina, Everton are due a good defensive season. I think Yerry Mina, if he starts every game, could be that man. He is a good defender. He just hasn't quite hit it off in an Everton shirt just yet. But I'm going to say next season is the year that Yerry Mina becomes a good centre-back in the Premier League and we start to see why he was once at Barcelona. That's what I'm going to say. Fulham, Mario Lemina. Yeah, I'm going to go for someone who was on loan at Fulham. So this is also brave. For last time Fulham were in the Premier League, it was nearly a disaster, unfortunately. I like the look of Lemina. I like at Southampton. He is a good player. I think if he starts week in, week out for Fulham, we could see a good player in Lemina. I think he's got something to him that Fulham maybe lacked last time in the Premier League, a good holding midfielder. So yeah, I'm going to say Lemina will have a good season in a Fulham shirt, and his loan move will be made permanent next season. If Fulham stay up especially, I do like the look. I do like Lemina, and I think out of this Fulham team, could have gone obvious with Alexander Mitrovic. I'm going to say Lemina will be their best player next season, even though he's only on loan. Leeds United, Rodrigo. Yeah, this one certainly is brave. Rodrigo wasn't great at Valencia. I think it was 4 goals in 29 games. However, I do think Rodrigo will hit it off in a Leeds shirt. I don't know why. I don't think Leeds should start the season with Patrick Bamford. I just don't think Bamford's a good enough Premier League striker. He was slated by Leeds fans in the Championship last season. For me, he's just not a good enough striker for the Premier League. Rodrigo, if he hits it off, he certainly can be. And I think Bielsa could get the best out of Rodrigo. I'm going to back Rodrigo to get around 15 goals next season, maybe even 20 at a push. And yeah, I'm going to say that Rodrigo will have a good season. Leeds will finish comfortably mid-table. And I'm going to say Rodrigo for their Player of the Year. It sounds brave now, and that could be a huge regret at the end of the season, but that's my prediction for now. Leicester City, Wilfred Ndidi. Yeah, I love Wilfred Ndidi, to be honest. I picked a few holding midfielders in this list, but I'm a big fan of Wilfred Ndidi, and I think next season he's just going to get... You can really tell when he doesn't play, actually, that he is their best. He's Leicester City's most important player. Whenever he doesn't play, that Leicester City midfield looks so disjointed. They're easy to get through. I think Ndidi's a brilliant holding midfielder. And I think next season we're really going to see him come on. And I think he's going to get even better. I think he'll have a brilliant season at Leicester. And he'll earn himself a move this following summer. That's my prediction on him for next season. Yeah, I'm going to say Ndidi for Leicester. Liverpool, Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's difficult to predict Liverpool, to be honest with you. They've got that many good players. I'm going to say Trent, though, because I just think Trent's just going to get better and better. It's amazing how a team who won the Premier League last season, I predicted their right back to be Player of the Year. Well, I think Trent is an absolute brilliant right back. For one day for me, he'll move to being a centre midfielder. And yeah, I think it's just obvious to me, Trent's only going to get better and better. So next season, I'm predicting an even higher number of assists. And yeah, I'm going to go with Trent. I'm going to go with Trent to win Liverpool's Player of the Year. Sounds bold when you're in the same team with the likes of Sadio Mane, Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah, but I think Trent next season will have an even better season. Whether Liverpool win the league again is another question, but yeah, I'm going to say Trent. Manchester City, Phil Foden. Yep, this has to be the year of Phil Foden. He has to play this season, regardless of what's going on. Just start Phil Foden, Pep. You just have to. Phil Foden proved after lockdown how much of a good player he really can be. I think if Foden starts week in, week out next season, he will be fantastic. I'm going to say he's going to win their Player of the Year over Kevin De Bruyne. That's my bold prediction. Phil Foden, Man City's Player of the Year. If he starts week in, week out, he'll get a great number of assists and he'll score a few goals. And it'll just generate how much of a good player he is. Yeah, I'm calling it Phil Foden. Manchester United, Marcus Rashford. Yeah, Marcus Rashford's already a very good player, no doubt about that. But next season, I'm going to predict Rashford will kick it up another gear. For me, this season, Rashford kicked it up a gear. I thought Rashford had his best season at Man United. Next season, for me, we're going to see an even better version of Rashford. Very good, very good. Man United through and through. Yeah, I'm going to say next season Marcus Rashford will be Man United's Player of the Year, scoring the most goals that he ever has and driving the team forward. Possibly to another top 4 finish, not too sure, but undoubtedly Rashford will give it his all, and I'm going to say he'll win their Player of the Year and be their top goal scorer. I think that sounds about fair. Newcastle United, Alan St-Maximin. Yeah, to be fair, I think Newcastle's Player of the Season. If it's not going to be St-Maximin, I don't really know who else it'll be. Looking around that Newcastle team, I think Newcastle could be in a bit of trouble next season in the relegation battle. I certainly think they'll be down there, but if St-Maximin can pick up his numbers of goals and assists, Newcastle have got a good chance of having another good season. For me, he really looks like a player who won't be at Newcastle in a couple of years. I just look at him and think, I think he's very good, but I think he might just be too good for Newcastle. With all due respect to Newcastle's current team, I look at St-Maximin. If he improved them numbers, he can be a brilliant player. So, yeah, I'm going to say St-Maximin, though, to win their Player of the Year. And then I think he might earn a big money move the following summer. My honest prediction. But, yeah, sorry about that, Newcastle fans. But, yeah, Sheffield United, John Lundstram. Yeah, Lundstram last season had a brilliant season, especially at the start. I'm going to predict another good season for Lundstram. Sheffield United, I don't think will be as good next season, but I'm going to say Lundstram will have a good season and bag their Player of the Year. I think that's fair. Looking around the Sheffield United team, he's probably got the most potential of winning that. So, yeah, I'm going to say Lundstram. Southampton, Danny Ings. Yeah, I'm going to say it now. Danny Ings will have another brilliant season, get another 20-goal season. I'm going to say Danny Ings, about 23 goals next season. And Danny Ings will go to the Euro, with England in 2021. I'm going to say that now. And will Danny Ings earn a big money move the following summer? Possibly as well. But Danny Ings was brilliant for Southampton last season. I'm going to predict he's going to be brilliant again. Honest prediction, Danny Ings will win their Player of the Season, go the Euro, and possibly get a big money move as well. I mean, it's all good me saying possibly. I mean, I may as well predict that he's going to. I'm going to predict that he's going to. But yeah, that is my prediction on Danny Ings. I think he'll win Southampton's Player of the Year. I mean, who else is it going to be? If Danny Ings continues like he did last season, it's going to be no one else. Tottenham Hotspur, Matt Doherty. I mean, this one's pretty brave. I mean, Matt Doherty's only just signed for Tottenham like literally 2 minutes ago. But I think Matt Doherty suits Jose Mourinho a lot. And so I think Matt Doherty will... I think Matt Doherty's going to win their Player of the Year. I think that's just a bold, honest prediction. I look round that Tottenham team, and of course they've got good players, we all know that, but I think Matt Doherty's a very good Jose Mourinho player. They got Doherty at a wonderful price as well, of 15 million. Like, what a steal that is in this window. Yeah, I'm going to say Doherty, Tottenham's Player of the Year. I think he's going to have a brilliant first season. I feel like this prediction could go one of two ways. He's either going to have a brilliant season, or he's just going to be quite poor and a Tottenham flop. But I'm going to say Doherty to win Tottenham's Player of the Year, get a few goals and assists. Yeah, Matt Doherty for me. West Bromwich Albion, Mateus Pereira. I'm very excited to see this guy. I really like the look of Mateus Pereira, and he's a player who I think is going to really do well in the Premier League. I really think he's going to surprise people. Yeah, I'm going to say Mateus Pereira to win Albion's Player of the Season, get a fair few goals and assists. Yeah, Mateus Pereira for me. I don't really see anyone else in the West Brom team winning it, so I'm going to say Pereira will have a good season. Yeah, and he'll win their Player of the Year. West Ham United, Jared Bowen. When Jared Bowen signed from West Ham in January, I think he did pretty well. He looked very promising. There's a couple of players I was tempted to go for. I mean, Souček in midfield, I thought impressed at the end of the season. Declan Rice, but I think this season, though, Jared Bowen's really going to shine in a West Ham shirt. If he plays week in, week out, we could really see a good player in Jared Bowen next season. Yeah, I'm honestly going to go Jared Bowen to win the Player of the Season for West Ham. I think he's a very good player, got very good potential. If he plays week in, week out, David Moyes could undoubtedly get the best out of him. Yep, Jared Bowen to win West Ham's Player of the Year. Wolverhampton Wanderers, Adama Traore. Yeah, Adama Traore came on leaps and bounds last year. Absolutely brilliant season. And I'm going to say it again. Adama Traore will do even better, and I think he'll get a move the following summer. Wolves are a very good team, will go in places, but I think Adama Traore will have an even better season next season, improve on the numbers, and I think he'll get a big money move. Traore's came on leaps and bounds, and only see him getting better and better now. I don't see a dip in form coming at all, and I think next season he'll be Wolves' main man. So yeah, that is my predictions for the every Premier League club's Player of the Season 2020-2021. Do you agree? Please let me know in the comment section below. Please like, share, subscribe. Still trying to get the channel more and more subscribers. But yeah, I'll be back soon with more football content and also coming back soon with some interviews. Next up on the channel, I will be doing each Premier League table, or each Football League table. So League 2, League 1, Championship, Premier League, all the table predictions for next season coming up on the channel in the next week or so before the season kicks off next Saturday. But yeah, thank you for watching everyone, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much.